There has not been, in the history of humanity, across any culture, any book, any story, any fable, there has never been across the history of humanity any respect put on the name of a promiscuous female, ever. Ever. You name the biggest conquerors that you can possibly name from history. Genghis Khan, Alexander the Great, all of them. They all had 100 wives, bunch of children, Big G, conquered the world. Normal. That is normal evolutionary biology. That's how men are designed to be. There's never been a single female who's been celebrated for her promiscuity ever in history. It's always been frowned upon and disgusting. So yes, we are completely and utterly different. Yes, it's different if a woman cheats on a man. And if a man is at a complete top level of his life and ticks every single box.
Even more damaging was what I told myself in order to justify the fact that I was disposable to these men. I told myself I didn't care. I didn't care when a man ghosted me. I didn't care when he left in the middle of the night or hinted that he wanted me to leave. The walks of shame, the blackouts, the anxiety. The lie I told myself for decades was, I'm not in pain, I'm empowered. I knew it would be hard to read this.
Hi, I'm a slut. Do what I want, I don't give a fuck. Doesn't matter if your dick's...
The promiscuous environment our society has come to. Young girls having a party face and decreasing their value because they want to have fun in their 20s. Feminism gave men what they have always wanted: unlimited access to sex without any investment. Women who are out there don't understand the long-term effects of being a slut and objectifying yourself.
See after that too.
Yeah.
The more bodies you get as a girl, the more your value goes down.
What? And what about women?
That's your
crazy.
bodies, man.
I
What
get more
the-
value. The more girls I have, my value goes up. The more guys you, your value goes down.
No.
It's like, nah, bro. Nah.
It's crazy. What the? Because you have a lot of girls, your value goes down?
Goes up.
It goes up?
If you fuck a lot of guys, your value goes down. Oh, it doesn't matter?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, what's your body count then?
I'm not gonna say it.
Exactly.
I mean, I could, because it's not that high.
Babe, you are single, so go out there and run. Be a whore. Be a whore. Be a slut. Be a slut. Run. Run in the wind. Be a slut in the wind. Be a whore in the wind. The world is your oyster.
And this is why single women keep women single. They give the wrong dating advice and encourage this party face to make themselves feel better about their own actions. And here's the thing with women. They don't like to tell the truth. They lie to you about the long-term effects of their promiscuous actions, and there are not enough girls out here telling the younger generations that there are long-term consequences to your promiscuous actions. And once you mess up your value, there is no going back. There's a reason why women control access to sex and men control access to relationships. Men give and women receive. High body counts mess with your soul. Your soul's like your mind, your will, and your emotions.
What I learned from being a slut in my 20s. The more that you hook up with guys, the less your faith that there are good men out there become. And you become a self-fulfilling prophecy by hooking up with guys who don't have good intentions or who just want you for your body. You begin to believe that that's what you deserve and that's all that is out there.
If women are unable to provide value to a man, to provide what a man is seeking for in a relationship, like healthy lifestyle, femininity, and cooperation, they will face significant repercussions as she ages, having spent all of her years focusing on fun and games instead of taking dating seriously in your 20s. And if you're having a hard time understanding a man's feelings and intentions in a relationship, then observing his actions rather than relying on his words is what is going to tell you where he stands with you. And what I mean by that is if you're a side chick category box or a potential wife category box.
Than that, you kind of become addicted to hookup culture for validation. Let me tell you something. When I stopped hooking up with guys, I found myself.
Of course I did.
I built up a foundation of self-worth and confidence that no man in the world could give me, except for maybe my dog. Yes, it is lonely.
Because my dog is like my child. I mother my dog like a child because I don't have children, and I will in fact be one of those women to buy a dog and die alone.
It's so important for women to understand that their sexual behavior can have significant long-term consequences. Engaging in promiscuous behavior is not an acceptable way to find fulfillment or validation. This woman is someone to not follow for dating tips because she has already messed up her value. She does not understand what men want, and her soul is too far gone to actually have a successful long-term relationship with someone. And now this celibacy journey that she's going on is going to make a man that she actually does want and does like angry because she gave it up for free to the other men, but she won't give it up to him.
It's impossible for a female to be promiscuous on a long enough period of time without devaluing herself, because she is fucking people she shouldn't be. There's no way she is sleeping with endless men, and all of them are either high value men or treating her the way she should be treated. If you find a woman who slept with 50, 100 dudes, she's either fucking dudes which aren't at her level or haven't worked hard enough to try and get the pussy. She was just too drunk to realize he's a loser, plays video games. Or she's fucking a top G who barely texts her back. So either way, she's fucking dudes she shouldn't be. Or a guy who's at the level who doesn't give her the right amount of attention. For a woman to find a guy who's truly on a level, who truly treats her the way she should be treated, that's once every couple years, if that. You ain't just gonna go out there fucking a new dude every week and say, yeah, he treats me good enough to get my da-da-da. And you know what's funny about the universe? It's actually beautiful about the universe because it's equal and opposite forces. When you devalue yourself, it's kind of like men can smell it on you. They can just look at a bitch and go, oh. And that's the way it works. So you have to be very careful as a female and sit and go, does this man truly deserve to fuck me? And if you think about it, the answer 99% of the time, especially if you're promiscuous, is no.
I lost my virginity at 17 to my boss at a restaurant where I worked. And a year later, I experienced my first sexual trauma. I felt damaged and dirty, and I blame myself. Everyone responds differently to these situations. I dealt with the overwhelming shame by becoming hypersexual and promiscuous. The culture was right there to pick me up and dust me off.
The culture was right there to pick me up and tell me that my behavior was acceptable. No accountability. Promiscuity is a grave threat to any stable society. It is an internal rot that can destroy a community. Younger generations are encouraged by older women to embrace promiscuity and these feminist ideologies that we've been fed since the 80s and 90s. But this sets a terrible example for future generations because older women should instead be encouraging younger girls to save their purity and hold their value. Which is why I created this YouTube channel for awareness and accountability. So, if you are dating a high value man, come join my Patreon so that we can build a community group of high value women. I also have an awesome workout schedule in there with yoga videos. And if you are looking for unfiltered reactions to dating app profiles from a girl, please subscribe to my Patreon. Thank you for watching, and please remember to hit the like and subscribe button.